I was really not good. I would cry when I started a speech. Don't get a coach right away. Always think that the judge is fired. And I think for Team Canada, you ought to. Hi, I'm Miriam D'Amico. I am a first year student at Barnard at Columbia, and I'm studying Econ and math. I used to be on Team Canada up until very recently, but now I debate at Columbia and I also coach students on the side.
Thank you for being with us today. So I just wanted to start by asking a few questions related to how you started debate, given that most of our
Mhm.
students are starting debate and they want to know what the whole process is like. So what
Of
made you
course.
start doing debate in the first place?
I actually been stewing on this question and I wish that it was more interesting. I wish my answer was more interesting. Realistically, I had a teacher that kind of told me to start. And then there's a lot of kids that were on Team Canada, and those were the kids in the debate club. And I was incredibly terrified, but I decided to go to that meeting one time. And I think that I've always been of the philosophy of just stick with it, even though it's difficult, even though you know no one. You should just stand up for yourself, like go for yourself and try to do something that's difficult when you don't want to. And I feel like eventually I really liked it after I got over the nerves of speaking or
Mhm.
feeling that I'm bad. And so it was just natural that I loved it and I wanted to progress.
That's amazing. I know for me too, it was like the environment that I was in, and
Mm-hmm.
it was someone else. Like I think it was my dad who suggested to me that I start doing debate. So yeah, I agree. The first few years are kind of tough. So is there any advice you have for people who are navigating that process of being a beginner? Is there anything you wish you'd done differently?
I think I could talk about this for maybe an hour. Um, I think others considered that I started debate quote late, or rather that because I was getting there in high school because I had started in COVID, a lot of the kids trying out for Team Canada or going to nationals had been debating for like 2, 3 years. For me, it was really, I started this 6 months ago. And so I felt a little bit behind. But I think the idea is that even the later you start, maybe the better you are when you start. And I don't think there's a correlation with how long you've done it and how good you are. So I think the idea that you it's like a sport where you need to have years of prior experience is
Mhm.
just not true. I think if you're someone who knows a lot about the world and have that interest in debate, I was really not good. And when I say that, like I can really say that about myself, and I'm not kidding. I would cry when I started a speech. I was just terrified, like you can imagine. But what kind of stuck me with it was that I found that I was a bit unfulfilled by what I was learning in high school. And that's what I wanted to pursue. And I think that's one of the good reasons you should do debate for. I think an advice is that like make sure you know what you're doing. If you don't want to join like a certain club, if you don't want to be coached, then don't like do the involvement that you think like suits you. Because I think like a lot of people just like want to do as much. I think you should pace yourself. But I think on advice about like if you really want to like start doing it competitively is a like don't get a coach right away. Make sure as many people as possible have seen you debate, have seen kind of your speeches. That way you don't get tunnel visioned by one coach that likes that you debate in one way. And I think for Team Canada, you ought to think about what makes you special rather than trying to be the best debater. I did not give the best speeches while I was there, and I actually had bronchitis. So similar situation as to now, I
Oh
was
my gosh.
extremely ill, and I thought, this is done. But I think I realized that they're looking to see: are you a team player? Are you someone that can cooperate? Are you someone that is willing to learn? And I think that that curiosity kind of pulls you very very far in the debate community, but to make sure that you like do it as much as you can if you're really interested in becoming competitive, I think.
And just going back to what you were saying about starting late, is there any skills that people can kind of work on early on? Like you mentioned, like just knowing a lot about the world. Is there anything else you think that are really core skills that can be applied to debate, even if you're starting late?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, from what I see as like on almost on the coach's side, what I frequently notice, especially amongst even university debaters in BP, is that you need to think about the logical steps of your argument. I think sometimes we say things that we assume the judge will understand, but we haven't walked through
Mhm.
those steps. You should be asking yourself questions out loud in your speech. And why is this? And why do we think that this is true? And this makes the life of your judge just that much easier. And it also helps you to build a very deep argument. And then the second thing was a great advice, which is when you're doing refutation, think of it almost as your own case. It should have that much depth of argumentation. You should give that many responses and in so much detail that someone could confuse it for a case. And so it's not enough to just do like weighing or dismiss it. You want to build the entire thing. And then the other great advice, I think, is maybe this is only personal to me because I had this issue, but to prioritize. You don't need to say everything in the
Right.
speech. I always thought like, okay, we're gonna go. rapid fire. We're going to say everything that has ever come into my mind this entire round. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Pick the priorities. And I think most people do that. It just wasn't me. So I feel like
Right.
I should say that, you know.
I think for me, when I was starting out, the problem was filling time. And then at a certain point,
Mm,
that shifted to like, I was saying too much. And then it became like the issue was prioritization. So there was like a certain point where that switch happened. So yeah, for definitely if, you have a lot to say, a lot about the
yeah.
like the world and a lot about what the round is about, I think that prioritization would apply to a lot of people who have a lot of knowledge and who are coming into debate with that. And would you have any advice? You spoke about before how you would want to wait to get a coach.
Mhm,
How would you get, for people who are just starting out, how would you get that level of exposure to different people in that sense?
mhm. Yeah. Oh, when I figured out that I wanted to join Team Canada, or I wanted to at least try, or I wanted to go to nationals, it was kind of that like will I wanted to do something big. So
Yeah.
I signed up, I kid you not, for every tournament I
Oh
could
my
find.
gosh.
I tried to
Wow.
force the high school to pay for all the registration fees. And Kira and I, my partner in high school,
Mhm.
we ended up accidentally registering for tons of university debate tournaments that we had no idea. We come into the finals and this guy's got a beard, and I'm like, there's no way this kid is anonymous. Like,
Oh
there's
my
just
gosh.
no chance. And I basically was just trying to debate as much as possible because I knew I
Yeah.
had already self-analyzed what I wanted to improve on. So even
Okay.
if the judging wasn't great, I could think about it. But there was a lot of WDC judges that were there, and I think I always made extra like I made a concerted effort to write down everything a judge says. And I know when we don't agree with the call, we're kind of like, like, bye,
Yeah.
like this judge is so bad. But I think everyone should not take that opinion. Like when you're older, okay, go ahead, call the judge trash. But when you're like still at that stage where you're like starting out debate, I think you should always think that the judge is fire. Always think that they are saying something that could help you because 99% of the time it is true because maybe this is not the highest level round because you just started
Mhm.
out debating. They can analyze those well. So I think always do that. Always try to spar with other schools. Go to your debate club. I mean, our debate club is not very big, but it was very good to like go get exposure to make sure that you think about what have if I had 3 rounds today, did all 3 judges say something in common? That's probably my biggest problem. And to do that self analysis, you're already kind of processing what those judges are doing. You're getting better in that sense, kind of.
Right. And apart from that self-analysis during tournaments, is there any advice you have for, you know, how beginners especially can kind of do work on their own? Like, is it doing drills by themselves? Is it really getting like people together and doing spars?
I think it definitely depends on what speaker you are. I've done a couple of drills where you watch like half the round, you prep as though you're the next speaker and you do it, or you could do like a stock first speech. Personally, I don't believe in like building stock arguments, etc., because I've always been like a second or a third speaker. I'm more focused on reputation. So personally, I like to just spar because I'm someone who very much locks in at the time of the tournament. I have this adrenaline rush that I just become 10 times better when I'm in a stress situation, a debate. And so that is what helps me to simulate those things.
Mhm.
I think it's more important to practice building arguments than it is to watch, to read the news or to watch YouTube videos on content. I truly believe that content is best learned through debate, best learned through the ways that you can build them into arguments rather than having this nebulous knowledge like about, some CIA file that you watched on YouTube. It's not necessarily applicable, but when you watch a round that actually has this information, you are more likely to understand ways that you can use it for argument building. When you talk with people about the ways that they made their argument, etc., I
Mhm.
think that that's the best way to do it. But obviously, if you don't have that resource, a lot of people don't, it is pretty good to do those drills. And I think less so read the news. I think it's
Okay.
better to try and like don't feel intimidated, go out there because a lot of people struggle with that nervousness of debate. So if you have that, like I had that, it was best to just go out and debate and just not think too much about it. So
Mhm.
that's what I would say.
Is there any advice in particular you have for people who are going to their first tournament? I mean, I remember that
Oh,
experience for me, so do you have any advice on how to kind of deal with that?
in a way, you've never lost yet. So treat it like you've only won since then, is kind of my idea. Um, be like Buddha, just let everything wash off you. Anything that happens, don't
Yeah.
don't even don't even think about it
Right.
because this is like you're a baby and you should not be affected by a loss at this point. Do
Mhm.
like just allow yourself to embrace rejection therapy. If you lose every round, that's literally okay. It's your first tournament and don't I think the advice is go into it with an open mind, even if you lose everything. And the idea is that this is your first tournament. If you do lose everything, it's not a reflection of your intelligence. It's not a reflection of how good you debate. It is a very weird thing that we do when we debate, and it has a lot of like rules and regulations. And so someone who's not accustomed to it is maybe not going to get it on the first try. Um, and the best advice that I've kept with me, even when I went to like higher level tournaments, is, you know, the best advice I think is to not think you're good because you won and not think you're bad because you lost. And if you do win, you should still be thinking of ways that you could have been better. I don't think that a win is always a good thing. You could have had a low speaks win. I think the best thing is when you feel like you gave a good speech, no matter what happened in the round, because you could have very well lost at the best speech of your life and come out with the craziest speaker score. So I think it's best to think about ways that you could have improved in the round, write down directly after your speech, write down what you think your own partner did wrong. One thing I've always done is I flow my partner's speech, because if you have a 15-minute prep time, for instance, like
Mhm.
I'm not going to get to know that constructive case. I'm trying
Right.
to build refutation. So when my first speaker speaking, I'm writing down what the constructive case is. I'm trying to find out, what did she do wrong? What were the gaps, those logical gaps? What are they trying to POI on? And trying to build your case from there is you embracing the spirit of always being better. And so I think that's what you ought to do. Focus on each speech that you go into. What are three things you want to improve? What are things that you've been doing wrong this tournament? Go in as a learning process, at least for your first, I want to say like 6 tournaments. And it seems like a lot, but it's a very slow process.
Yeah. And you actually answered my next question. I was going to ask, like, how would you say beginners should measure their progress when they're not winning? I think you pretty much answered that, but if you want to add anything else.
Again, I think it's about how much you learn or how much you feel um, these skills are becoming more applicable for you. I think sometimes when I started, I was a bit stubborn and didn't want to focus on what I had to improve on, and rather trying to find ways that teams could fit my skills. I think that's a terribly wrong thing to do. But it is very difficult to not be bogged down when you lose. I'm sure everyone in debate, we love to win. Like we love to feel like we are the smartest people. And don't get me wrong, like that is the greatest feeling.
Right.
But there's also value in being able to say, I'm going to cut half my speech, even though I say a lot of clever things. Maybe I'll say one less clever thing, or I'll focus on what my partner didn't do. And it's also learning that kind of relationship with your debate partner. If you can
Okay.
find someone that maybe you do a couple tournaments with, it's very helpful, I would say, to try
Mhm.
and stick to the same partner. So I would definitely recommend it. I know it's very rare that people stick with the same partner unless you're from Quebec or you are from a smaller high school, I think. But I do recommend that. Like, I just loved having the same partner for debate because we could talk openly with each other in prep time. We were honest with each other. We would just go, go, go. And so I do really value that. And if you can, like, try, scout and try, but it's
Yeah.
not necessary.
And then if people don't have that partner, there's not that consistency. Is there any advice you could give on like how to deal with different partners who have different kind of strengths,
Mhm.
weaknesses?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think when you try out for a Team Canada or you make the team, you are working with people that you've never known before. Your line is constantly switching. And even the tryout process is interesting because you're tasked to work with all these different people.
Hmm.
Um, I think the idea is you have to be respectful to a degree, but also you have to set boundaries. Like you cannot let someone speak in after silent time is done and share their ideas for 30 minutes. Because although you don't want to cut them off and be like, I'm sorry, we need to move on, you should. And I'm sure that they will understand if you just say, let's just recap quickly. And there should always be someone that is a natural leader in that prep time. Because if you guys are both going to be nice to each other, and because you obviously want to be nice, you don't want to be like, oh, that's a bad idea the first time you met someone. Always have a prep leader, always have someone that's on that time that's like, okay, let's think through this. It doesn't have to be a mean sort of process the way we do it in like stress rounds where we're kind of like screaming with our teammates.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have a partner, that's kind of the skill that you have to develop in debate. You have to debate against people who you don't know their biases, you don't know where they're from. And honestly, you probably become someone who's far more like finely tasked at these things than I was because I had never had to prep with someone that I didn't know. It is a great skill in life. This is how the workplace works. This is
Right.
how terrible university projects work. Honestly, I recommend like now you're going to learn how to do a group project in Cal too.
Right.
So
Oh
that's what
my.
I'm doing now. So
Wow. Okay. That's great. And throughout your journey, would you say that there was any like challenging moment in particular that you can remember early on, and how did you overcome that?
I felt that in debate, I was consistently not doing better. And it really crushed me for a period of time because I really wanted to like be winning titles. Like I really wanted to be
Yeah.
doing that. And I felt that I had that in me, like that will to work hard. But even though I was working harder, it was just stagnation. Like I feel that after 2 to 3 years in debate, you hit this plateau. And I felt that I was never getting off that. I had been coached at this point for a couple of years. I was even on Team Canada at this point, and just it was nothing. I felt like nothing was getting better. Um, and it was really always those same pieces of feedback, always those same things. And you feel at some point that you're letting your team down, you're letting your coach down. And what I realized was I had to start listening to others debate more. I had to
Okay.
get off my high horse and not assume that I was a good debater just because I had like won one tournament or whatever. I started to rethink about the entire second speech, which is what I was doing in
Mhm.
WSDC and BP, and start to watch on YouTube like videos of these greats. If you watch those Oxford Union debates, etc., you start to realize how are they different than me? How are they getting better? And that year was for you. And so that's the year that I won WHO in Croatia. And I finally felt like I was being able to be better at debate simply because I was more open to the way others were debating and I wasn't stuck on the way that I had always done it. And it's very hard to admit that you're kind of bad at what you do and to try and be like, oh, everyone else is better than me. But sometimes that is necessary. And it is very necessary to have that introspection, even if it's hard. And I think the biggest thing for me was I got into this like teenage hole of like, oh, I'm so clever. I'm going to say all these things and all my
Mhm.
POIs are great. And it's not what the team wants. You need to build your speech in terms of the team, in terms of the strategy. You can have the cleverest thing in the world to say, but now you've wasted the one POI that that team is going to take on some clever comment, something snarky rather than something that's going to progress your team. And so it's about stepping back, thinking of the unit of the team, thinking of the strategy of the round, and sometimes being able to put your ego down in order to
Mhm.
progress. And I think the other difficult thing is when I came to university, I no longer had my partner, and I felt so anxious showing up to a Columbia Debate Society meeting. I have
Yeah.
never felt this nervous in my life. I felt like when I was a middle schooler starting debate, I was like, I'm so nervous they're gonna judge me. I'm so bad at debate. Like, no, I don't want to go. I was telling my roommates, I was like, I
Oh my
can't. Like,
gosh.
imagine. I feel like I was involved in the debate community in Canada, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I can't. I'm so nervous. And it's like, I tell people, don't be nervous when they debate. Here I am, like 5 years down the line, nervous
Yeah.
to sit in on an info session. So honestly, no one's immune.
Yeah.
No one's immune from the anxiety. And I've forced myself, and honestly, I feel like I'm getting there. I I'm trying to debate more in university. It's a lot more difficult, I'll say. People tend to get smarter and I hate it. So it happens.
What
It
can you
happens.
do? Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, what can you do?
It's great to hear about like I know a lot of people who start out might feel that nervousness and it's like common to
Hmm.
think that other people don't feel that at all. So it's
Oh,
like, yeah.
yeah, I get shakes. Like I remember, like I would feel physically ill before a tournament, and I probably still do now. And it's not that I put pressure on myself. I think we used to be Neanderthals and now we debate. And so I have that like fight or flight or freeze.
Yeah.
And my body thinks like we have to forage berries because we're gonna die. I'm like, no, we're at UPenn for a debate tournament. Like let's like calm down. But I'm like, it
Yeah.
doesn't go away. It's just about how well you can mask it. And I think towards the natural progression of someone's debate career, you learn
Mhm.
to channel it into writing really fast, to doing things really quickly,
Yeah.
so it ends up working out in your favor if you're able to attune your stress to what you need it for. And that's what
Right.
I've always done. It helps me to write faster, to think on my feet, and that is a necessary skill of debate, to just be that much more locked in round. So in a way it's good almost.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, you have like limited amount of time. Like there is
Hmm.
pressure to
There
get stuff
is,
done.
yeah.
So, having that stress is definitely useful, but it's just managing that stress so that it doesn't kind of overwhelm you in a way before a
Yeah.
round. And I think what you said earlier about, the first six tournaments, like don't worry about,
Hmm.
winning or anything. I think at least for me when I started out, I didn't really know the like how far I could go in debate.
Hmm.
And so I kind of felt like there was a lot of stuff that was riding on how I did in my first few tournaments
Yeah.
and like how good am I is defined by these tournaments. And that's
Hmm.
where all the stress came from. So I think even though the stress is already there, like what you said before, just alleviating some bit by saying like it doesn't matter the first few, what you learn from it is the most important thing so you can move
a hundred
forward
percent
and do better. So I think that's something that a lot of people would really need to hear, especially
yes,
like
like
my younger self. Like,
I wish that I would know, like, I would lose every single thing and bottom place for like 2 years. I went from like, I was not giving it up. So I was like losing every single round for at least 2 years. I mean, I was very bad at debate and I just didn't give up. And then one day you just start winning. Like, it's
yeah.
almost in a movie. One day you just sit yourself down and you're like, we're at the point where we can consider winning. So let's try. But I think for the first like bit, don't even think about winning or losing. Think about the speeches that you give. And so I was always at a point of it doesn't matter if I lose because I'm constantly trying to think about self improvement. At the point at which you feel that you are on the level of people that are winning those tournaments, you kind of go in knowing that you're going to win. You go in knowing that you're there to compete rather than there to have learning experience. But that
Yeah.
shouldn't be from the start. And that's what keeps you from stopping prematurely. That's what keeps you from giving up debate before you have that pressure. And I will say, it takes a lot to think that, your success doesn't matter with the rankings. It really does. Like, it really doesn't. We always have these debates about like how people rank at WSDC, and like half of the judges like don't mind that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Focus on what other people say about your debating. And if someone has some type of interest or they think that you're a good debater, it's probably for a reason. If you're
Mhm.
winning some rounds, it's probably for a reason. And if you really want to stick with it, transform yourself from just starting to the best debater ever. It's very possible. Like there's a lot of resources online that you can do that. There's a lot of, well, not from the recent WSDC because those videos were filmed on literal potatoes. But if you go back or like look at the university rounds, there's a lot to learn from, to
Mhm.
analyze. And those are some of the better rounds.
That's another
Doesn't
thing we
have to
could
be.
talk about. Like, don't be afraid if you get equity when you're starting out.
If you're young and you make an equity complaint, nothing really matters. I've been equitied when I was young because I said a lot of insensitive comments that I didn't even know were sensitive.
Mhm.
And the judge, who's wiser and older, is trying to help you in a way by reporting you because they don't want you to continue. If they make a comment, don't be embarrassed. Like, we've all had those slip ups. We've all accidentally sworn it around. I kind of do it a little more than an average person would do. But, it happens. If you realize that it's bad, you move on. Don't feel bogged down like you're the worst person ever. A debate, we are quite a liberal activity. And so a lot of people, we want to be very inclusive. We want to be accepting. Like, we want to say the global south rather than another term. Uh, but honestly, come on, it's always changing.
Yeah.
If you're a junior, at least like don't sweat it. Unless you're constantly getting equity. As a
And
junior, honestly, no one's taking account those equities though.
yeah. And we're running out of time, so I just want to ask more about questions about how debate kind of led you onto the
Yeah.
path of,
Hmm.
studying at Columbia. So, do you think debate helped in that journey and the
Hmm.
trajectory, like the choice of what you wanted to study, getting into Columbia?
Yeah, 100%. I always say debate is kind of the best thing I've ever done for my academic life. The way it has made my life easier, I simply cannot explain. A presentation, you got to do it last minute, you didn't write it, it's done. You're in an exam hall, you can write 10 times faster than everyone else. The way that you essay write, you're learning from your coaches who have been to these amazing schools that know all these amazing people that have these resources in this community for you. So I only applied to, I think, 2 or 3 schools in the US. I was not certain that I wanted to go to the US, but the US application process is 10 times more strenuous than the Canadian one because
Yeah.
of all these essays. I was able to do it in one night. I applied here in like 30 minutes just because the fact that I had those ECs on my transcript, but also I felt like I'm able to explain myself. I'm able to have a longer interview when a lot of my friends said, oh,
Mhm.
their college interviews were awkward, etc. And I think I chose partially to come to New York because it is this melting pot. And I know it's cliche, everybody says this, but it is not the typical college experience to come here, I think, compared to even other Ivy Leagues. It is because I wanted to get something that I couldn't get in Canada, which is I want to be able to meet a million types of people. And it partially stems from being on Team Canada. The reason why I wanted to do it is I really wanted to travel. I didn't want to be at high school all the time. I
Yeah.
wanted to meet new people, even if it was the Uber driver in Zagreb. Like, I wanted to meet everybody, learn about their life experiences. And now at Barnard, I'm actually part of a program for research called the Scholars of Distinction. And I actually plan to go back where we once, did a tournament in Croatia to study like the economics of post-Yugoslavian countries. And it's
Wow.
because our coaches had showed us these documentaries about the Yugoslav wars, and I
Mhm.
had never known that existed. When I was 15, like, we only learned about Quebec history, and I felt
Yeah.
like my world was just opened up by debate, all the things that people knew, and this was just like so amazing for me. I had this really crazy thirst for knowledge. Like, I feel like I'm a nerd through and through. Like, a fun fact, I would die if someone tells me a fun fact. Like, I just love fun facts, and so this was like the top tier fun fact region for me, traveling to get the fun facts, even
Yeah.
dare we say, like, this is top, like, this is where we are at. And so I always say that is the best thing you could do for yourself, not because it looks good on the application. Well, maybe it does. I think it does. We all do it. But
Right.
it's because the skill that you actually become a refined person. I
Mhm.
do feel that my capacity to lock in at moments of presentations, of interviews, and that it comes naturally without having to prepare is so indispensable. I think when it comes to studying, like what I chose to study, a lot of us end up, doing the finance thing. A lot of us
Yeah.
tell ourselves like, I told myself I was going to study philosophy and math.
Mhm.
Now I'm like financial economics, math, like quant trading. But I
Wow.
will say, don't listen to that.
Okay.
Do what you want. Like, I'm probably going to change my major and do what I want because at the end of the day, us debaters, we're competitive creatures. So we want to continually do those careers that are competitive. For some weird reason, we are in this consistent rat race. But the answer is at some point you leave the rat race and you find your path. You go on your little rat path and you go on. And so that is my advice. You don't have to stick with it forever. You don't have to do the competitive thing always.
Yeah.
You should follow what's interesting to you. I need to learn that myself, but we're all getting there, you know. The decision to come to the US also, going to a liberal arts college, the whole purpose here is that I get to study everything. Like we have core requirements. You have to study a language, you have to study humanities. And so if you're someone who's even interested in STEM like myself, you get to study everything. And if you're someone who's generally curious, this is the place for you
Mhm.
because you get that exposure that in Canadian universities, I was worried I was just going to stick with one thing. If I wanted to change my major, like, am I going to be redoing a semester? And so at once I sacrificed a lot to come here, especially like as an international student. It's a bit iffy, but no regrets, no regrets. And everyone told me like I was making a mistake, zero regrets. 100% go to a liberal arts college. Don't decide your major until second year. You need to explore because this is the time. Once you graduate, it's over. You're unfortunately pushed into that real world unless you get a PhD, which hopefully I get it, but we'll see. You know, it's too early to tell. But
Right.
once you leave that academic sphere, you know, it's too late. So I say like get that crazy job that like has nothing to do with what you're studying. Do
Mhm.
that crazy thing. This is the time. But you know, apply to a random school. You don't know what's going to happen. Uh, but truly, I applied 30 minutes before the application closes,
Oh my
and
gosh.
this was the best decision I've ever made. I think
Wow.
to like do things for yourself and choose
Mhm.
like humanities over what people are telling you to do. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, we have 2 minutes left. Sorry, I shouldn't have yapped for that
No,
long.
no worries. That was an amazing like way to leave this off. I think that message
Yeah.
of, like, do what you want, do it for yourself is something a
Yes.
lot of people need to hear. So I appreciate the yap. It was
Yeah.
necessary.
Thank you.
It was a great addition. So I just want to say thank you so much for doing this interview. I know a lot of people will benefit a lot from hearing all the things that you had to say about
Hopefully.
debate, about university, about doing things for yourself. So I really appreciate it. And once again, thank you so much.